Ring, ring, hello.
You have reached the phone number 25553111523.
I think I remember how to get the operator. I think I have to go.
You have requested operator. Request denied. Please leave a message after the tone.
Ah, fuck. Hello, messaging system. This is Pumpkinberry. SOS 9.
Hello, Pumpkinberry. Hello.
Yes, Brad. Hello.
Hey, I'll always answer the phone for you. I thought you were that fucking Greg guy.
No, that Greg guy, he's just terrible. Just
yeah, I've been avoiding him. Been avoiding him for weeks.
Can you believe the audacity of that guy? Just
worst.
Just name dropping every single chance he can get.
I know, dude. And that stuff you were saying about him the other day is so true.
I know.
You were saying all those awful things about Booster Greg the other day.
Yes, tell me in great detail what his greatest nightmare is.
I reckon his greatest nightmare is being 4 minutes late to an appointment.
That's actually fairly accurate. 4 minutes late to this because I was too busy reading. Or he was too busy reading. Whew, almost lost it there, chat. A negative review that happened over a year ago. Classic. Well, thank you for waiting 4 minutes and welcome to Phone a Friend. I appreciate you.
All right, I'm on the clock though. This is costing you.
Yeah. You got your money. You got your money today.
To pay for those 4 minutes though.
All right. I'll get you tomorrow.
Yeah, all right. This is an ad, remember?
This is an ad. Hashtag ad, everyone.
Hashtag ad, yeah.
Everyone. Oh, he's too quiet now. Jeez Louise. There, now you should be fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to speak probably to test it, don't you?
Meh, you know, if you feel up to it. If not, I'm just going to be playing the slider game all night. And by all night, I mean for the next...
Sliders was the best show ever, dude.
I love sliders.
Oh, I didn't know where you were going with that. You did the eye that usually is followed up by like, everyone else liked it. I wasn't into it. And I was like, oh no.
I usually get never heard of that. Is that like the burgers, the mini burgers you eat? And it's like, no, Jerry O'Connell, come on.
Dude, this is my response. So I go, oh, Sliders. It was one of my favorite shows. And they go, really? I've never heard of it. Do you know what I respond with?
What?
I'm doing it right now. You ready?
Yeah.
That's right. I've left, dude. I've turned around. I'm walking. I'm already 10 feet away from them, and I'm walking in whatever way they're not.
Not even worth your time. Not even worth it.
That's right.
Yeah. I hear you. That was the.
Is this what I'm supposed to be doing on your show?
You were just talking. I have an agenda, but it doesn't matter. There's only one agenda that really. I mean, I call it an agenda because it makes me seem more professional. But really, I just kind of do what I want when I want. And that's the stream, everyone.
Hey, Twitch streaming.
Hey. So this is Phone a Friend Friday. Officially, this is a description. I have a whole bunch of cringy icebreakers. We can deviate from those. We can't deviate from those. It doesn't really matter. Ultimately, it's all nonsense. Actually, as Avenging Pineapple put, is very well put. It's all nonsense. There is one segment that we do have to get to, which is the new one, which is called the Phone a Friend Forum, where I have on my Discord channel, or one of the channels, just questions. Some of them were before you were announced. Some of them were after you were announced. And I think you'll probably see the one specific one that was after, specifically for you. So
right,
that's the only one we got to get to. Now I want to talk about sliders for a minute, because now you've gotten me into it. That was the first show, piece of fiction, whatever, entertainment that made me think that there can be a parallel universe that is exactly like 20 years behind, but it's exactly what ours is. That never dawned on me until I watched that episode. It was just like earth-shattering for me.
There are so many things that happen in that episode that if you watch when you're too young, like I did, you go, oh no, I can never go back to how I used to think.
Yeah.
You know, like it has destroyed me. There was also like somewhere they started merging people and realities and stuff at the end, right? In like the last season, it starts to become.
Oh yeah, and then he gets his brother in, like Jerry O'Connell's IRL brother, who's like supposed to be him from Other Earth. I think I stopped watching at that point.
My favorite one is so much funnier to me now when I think back to it. They go to they think they're back at like Earth Prime. They go back and they're like, everything is the same. And they look, because it was on in the 90s, they go, President Clinton is president. Everything's all good. They can't believe it. It's amazing, right? And then they turn around a corner and there's a billboard and Hillary Clinton is on it. And they're horrified, right? And they're like, no, this isn't Earth. It's wrong. And it's exactly the same, except that, and I'm air quoting,
women are the men.
Are the dominant like species or whatever. And it was like the weirdest thing they were like, no. It was like the ending of Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
And like, it didn't mean anything to me when I was a kid. And then I grew up and was like, that was weird. And then Hillary Clinton ran for president and it was amazing to me, you know?
Fiction almost became reality there. Almost.
Oh, dude.
Almost. I do remember that one because they're like, they always had like the version of themselves that they would look for from time to time, I remember. And then Jerry O'Connell almost hooked up with his, which brought up so many questions for me at a young age. Like, what would happen? Is that incest? Is like, what is this? Because it's not him. Because the DNA is masturbation. Different. Yeah, but like,
what is it?
I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't
know what the line is on your stream either.
We'll find it somewhere. We'll find it along the line.
Okay, how family friendly on a scale of 1 to 10? Not Twitch friendly, family friendly.
Like family friendly, I would say I don't know, like a 5 or a 6, I guess. Like I do that just because it's funny to me. I like that sound better than swear. I don't really fucking care.
100%.
This is gonna be guided by you.
Well, that's a terrible, terrible barometer. Watch the first 2 seasons of Sliders, everyone.
Yes, it's very, very good. Okay, so now that we got to talk a little bit about Sliders, let's get into the first segment, which is icebreakers. There are 5 categories in which these are really divided out. I found this on a random website that says icebreaker questions for children. Oh, that's not, I sent that to the wrong person. You don't get that anymore. You're already on the show. You get it. Those are your categories. What's going to happen is you're going to pick one of the categories. Chat's going to pick the number range in which I give them. After this, chat's going to pick the category and they can type !FAF in the chat to get them up on the screen. And then you're going to pick the number. And that's how it's going to go.
I have no idea what's happening.
So I want you to pick what category in which the question you want to answer is in. And I just sent you the chat with the categories. They are content, sports ball, education and goals, favorites, and the Randalorian.
The Randalorian.
All right. The Randalorian has nothing to do with Star Wars, by the way. It's just icebreakers. But Randalorian, chat 1 through 18. I need you to go. Pick one for me. We're going to ask Brad and we're going to answer. This is my very official format. Number 9 from Sam. So I don't even know if you have this. Do you have Taco Bell in the UK?
Well, I think there are 2.
There are 2. Have you been to one of them?
No.
Okay. Next one. Free day off stream. Actually, no. Hold on. This will be even better. Let's stick with number 9. You're at Taco Bell, Brad. What do you order?
Tacos.
What else? And you can have wrong answers. Wrong answers. Actually, let's do wrong answers only.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain. Which one, Brad? Which one?
Code Red.
Sorry.
Is that wrong? How many points did I get?
We were looking for Baja Blast because you chose Code Red, which is not actually offered at Taco Bell's.
Damn it.
There's 2 whole ones in the UK. How do you not? You lost all your points. You lose, sir.
I've only had normal Mountain Dew and Code Red. And I was in LA at one point and they were giving out like Mountain Dew and they were like, it's the craziest thing. It's made with like real sugar cane instead of the normal corn stuff that we use and everything. And I was like, well, that's awesome. And I drank it and I was like, of course, this is just the one from England.
Yep.
It was like the least exciting thing for me. It was so wasted on me. It was crazy.
That's
I was like, I want the
amazing.
cornstarch version of everything. I'm in America, you know, we don't have corn in England.
Want the super fake that's gonna rot your teeth out and
Oh.
give you diabetes and kill you all in 3
I
sips.
love it. I love that taste. Like, people are always like, oh my God, British candy tastes better. And I'm like, no. I don't know what it is about it, but I want all the American stuff.
It's all the fake stuff. I'm telling you, that's what it is. You got to go on.
Grass is always green out, dude.
You got to go on Amazon and you got to get it in bulk and then delivered to you. That's what you have to do.
I'm going to order some Baja Blast Mountain Dew tonight.
Yes, do it. Do it. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
you on your stream today, you were like, "Oh, I'm trying to cut back on sugar," and I thought to myself, I was like, "Oh yeah, me too," because we're talking about sugar right now. I was like, "Yeah, me too." I have a box full of fucking cookies. I was
Let
like,
me show you something. I want to cut back on cookies, right?
yeah.
On sugar, and then my girlfriend made 48 cookies. Look at this image I'm sending you, and you're free to show it on the stream if you want. It is. I was like, yep, no more
that's
sugar for
amazing.
me. And then she opened the kitchen and went, I accidentally made 48 cookies,
Accidentally.
and she's diabetic, which means they're all mine. I was like, all right, well, I'm not coming back on sugar, and I'm gonna die.
Look at those
Joining
cookies.
you.
Look at them, chat. Look at them. What is that? Is that jam in the middle?
It is
Oh,
jam, yeah.
Look at that.
So
Raspberry.
these, I don't know what they're called, but they're like her favorite cookie. It's like her favorite thing in the
I
world.
feel like I've had these before. I feel like my mom has made these before.
Yeah, it's some weird cookie that they make in the north of England and give to you at school, I guess. I'm not sure, but
I don't know. They look delicious though.
well, there you go, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. Okay, so you get tacos at Taco Bell and Code Red Mountain Dew. If there's a Code Red Mountain Dew that someone else is drinking that they brought in from a local convenience store.
Correct. I have actually been to Taco Bell in America before. I went when I was in Alabama.
Ooh.
And I know it's weird, isn't it? But I have no idea what I ordered because somebody ordered for me, and I ended up getting. There was like a bunch of different things, and they were all small. And I don't know if it was like a bunch of stuff off like a dollar menu or something.
Probably. They cheap
But I
out
had
on
like
them.
one of everything there.
Yeah, that was.
But I can't remember it or what it was like or anything.
Yeah, that sounds pretty much about right. If you haven't had it in a while, it's one of those things. It's like the what was it in Doctor Who? Was it called the silence where you see them and you like remember them and you turn away and you forget it? It's kind of like Taco Bell after a
I
while.
think they're called the Weeping Angels because I
No,
put
that's
something-
not them.
No?
That's not
No?
them.
I put something
No.
similar in my D&D game last night, and then everyone was saying it. But here's something that you will absolutely love about me. I hate Doctor Who.
I know that's why I'm going to bring it up every second of the.
I hate British TV, man.
You forget that I just work lurk all the time.
Oh yeah, I know, but I don't know what you. So I don't know anything about Doctor Who.
Nothing. Not even the
Not
big one.
really.
Not
I
even-
saw the David Tennant season, and
Yeah.
I respect David Tennant so much that he brought the quality up enough for me to find it watchable.
Yeah. I love David. Tennant.
I do think that like OG Doctor Who is pretty good sci-fi. You know, like it's legit as hell. And at the time, if you're watching that, when was it? Like the 60s, 70s, and stuff.
Yeah.
That was popping off, dude. I bet it was awesome, but. The newer stuff I really am not into.
Did you watch
His
the?
little Deus Ex Machina wand screwdriver thing that he's got.
Yeah. It works on everything except wood, except for the time it worked on wood. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. Just get him out of whatever he needs to get out of.
Did you watch the older ones when you were a kid?
No, I didn't. I wasn't allowed to go near my TV. So no, I didn't see any Doctor Who when I was younger. I was outside.
Yeah, that sounds kind of familiar. I was not allowed to watch a lot of TV, but I got to sneak it in here and there. If my mom wasn't home and my dad was, and it was something he wanted to watch, I could watch it, which is how I watched a lot of Twilight Zone as a child and X-Files.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. My middle brother, is still terrified of the X-Files theme song because he watched it. He's only 2 years younger than me, way too young to be even thinking about that. Yeah. You do that.
Yeah, I saw
do the
some
whistle,
X-Files when
forget
I
it.
was a kid that was like some of them were really scary.
Yeah.
They were true horror episodes.
Oh yeah.
And but I also I don't know, I saw like a lot of weird stuff when I was a kid because my grandma, when I stayed with my grandma, she would just put on any any films. At the time, it was VHS, and she would just chuck on anything for the kids and then leave the room. But she didn't know the difference between a kid's VHS and a thing that was like an adult horror movie. So me and my cousin, who is also my brother, there's a reason I was in Alabama. We were watching something, I think it was like Pingu. I don't know if you have that. It's about a claymation penguin. And then it finished, and then she put on Misery, and we were 8. And
Oh, no. Kathy Bates and everything.
yeah, man. And Species. Do you remember that? Imagine
Do
watching
I
that when you
remember
were
Species?
10.
That was the first 5 set of boobs I ever saw in my life on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 years old or something. I don't know when it came out, but I was young.
Yeah.
I know that much. And yeah, she just put that on, and me and my little cousin were watching it like, yeah, this is cool. And what's happening to that man? Why are they doing that in the toilet?
Why is that belly getting so big so quickly? Oh no!
Yeah. Why is she stabbing him through the side of the head with her tongue? Yeah, it was wild. So yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see much X-Files. I mean, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Yeah. Fair. Yeah.
Are we still on the first question?
We're still on the first question.
Okay.
I got an eye on the time. Don't worry. We got
All right,
segments.
I don't know what the rules are.
Okay. The rules are there are no rules except family. I've been on TikTok too much, and now it's all Vin Diesel saying family. That's
Yeah, it's either Vin Diesel or
everywhere.
some girl dancing.
Yeah. Now they're trying to like expand it onto other people, and I'm like, I don't know who any of these other people are. Now like that's when the age gap really starts to like feel more like a canyon than it is just like a little crack. And I'm like, well, that's it for me for today. TikTok.
Yeah.
Goodbye, 12-year-olds.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. This 12-year-old is dancing to something, and it means something that I can't possibly understand. And then you go, oh, okay, I'm not young anymore, but I'm also not even like young adjacent.
Yeah, no,
Like I thought I was like adjacent to the youth, quite, and then I was like, oh no, I'm just old. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
They look at the fucking stupid little girls dancing, look at me and go, oh my God, he's so old. He's an old man.
Yes.
And you go, oh wow, it's over.
It's all. I had they have this new trend where it's like someone is like, you think you're old and you were born in 2000. I was born in 1998. And I was just like, oh my God, they're talking like this from 1998. Oh no. Or 2000.
Yeah, I think I was already addicted to drugs by 1998.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think
life was already in progress and being lived in 1998. Like,
yeah, I knew I was conscious. You know, like you're a kid and then you're kind of a conscious being.
Yeah.
That was around the time because me and PB are almost exactly the same age. And The Matrix came out in 99 and I was like, oops, this movie has done me in, you know?
Oh yeah. I have I have 2 brothers. The youngest one is 11 years younger than me. So sometimes like back when I still lived at home, I would just talk to him and his friends, and I'd be like, oh yeah, like this movie, The Rocketeer. And they'd be like, what the hell is that? And I'd be like, you've never seen? And I'd be like, oh yeah, you are children. This movie came out when I was a child, and it didn't have the unfortunate staying power that I wanted it to. God damn it.
Yeah. Your brother's like, I don't know him.
I don't know. Who's that old man? You need to be helped across the street, old man?
Yeah. There's a crazy old homeless man in the house again, Mom.
I'll get the broom. All right. Next question. Chat, you pick 1 through 5. You can have the list up if you want, or you can just make it random. Totally up to you. Number 4, Cap says, which is favorites. So, Brad, you have to pick a number that is between 1 and 17.
8.
8. What is the best chip/crisp? Because I watched Doctor Who and I know that a chip is a crisp flavor.
Walker's Sensations.
What is that? Tell me.
I don't know, man. You have to Google it because I don't even know. I think it's Thai sweet chili flavor, but it's Lay's.
Yeah. I've never.
Yeah, that is a lube. Yeah, it is Thai sweet chili flavor.
That looks
For
delicious.
So the only reason I say this because I'm not much of a chips fiend. I'll translate for you. It's fine.
You don't have to unless we're talking about soccer, and then I'm gonna have to insist that you do. But
Oh yeah, no, we should obviously call it football when they pick it up with the hands in your country. Sure,
they
call it football. That's fine.
yeah. It's ironically named. I'll have you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes complete sense. These chips, crisps, are the only ones that I can eat like just a massive bag of in one sitting, and that kind of does something to me where I go, obviously, that has to hold some weight, if that makes sense. So there's if I'm eating Ben and Jerry's ice cream, I'm eating strawberry cheesecake. It's the only one I can do the whole tub. If I try and do the other ones, I'll get sick. It makes me, I can't eat it in one sit. I'm not, it makes me feel.
That makes sense.
So for them, those are the ones that I could eat all day, every day, never stop. Whether it's like really my favorite flavor, I don't really know, but I'm bad at favorites.
That's fair.
So I'm going to go with that one.
Well, don't tell chat that, 'cause now it's just going to be all favorites all night.
I know, yeah, I am bad at picking favorites, but
Terrible.
I can answer them. But it's like probably in about 20 minutes I will completely change my mind, which is why I think that I'm really bad at like conviction.
I'm with that with movies, music to a lesser degree, and TV shows. It's basically whatever I'm watching at the time is pretty much my favorite, unless it's really bad. So if anyone watches these VODs like back to back to back to back to back, and there's like the favorite movie question, I bet you I just say something different every time, just because.
Yeah.
The favorite.
I kind of I have like answers to them. Like I just say my favorite movie is The Matrix.
Yeah.
And it's like I have a good reason to say that, and it probably is my favorite movie, but I don't really know. I've seen so many movies that have completely upended my life and changed me, and I'm like, maybe that was my favorite movie, but I don't know. And then I'll watch one next week and I'll be like, damn. I'll sit there for 20 minutes afterwards. Yeah, and I'm like, that was insane. And I'm like, that is the best thing I've ever seen. And then I forget about it because old brain.
I don't know. I think that something can change your life and it not be your favorite thing.
I don't really have favorites, I don't think.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Everyone always has that. My favorite color is blue. So like I've painted my room blue and my shoes are blue and I make sure that I'm always wearing blue because blue is so important to me. And they're like, and it's like part of their personality to have a favorite thing, and it's their thing and they need that. I don't need that. I don't have a personality, and I've come to terms with it.
You're really not going to like the questions from the forum once we get to that. I'll tell you that much. Let's go. I'm going to recommend this chip. I don't know if it's in the UK, but if you ever come across it, I do recommend it. And I was recently told I should not be eating them because there's a Pepsi Cola thing going on where they're shitheads apparently, and people don't like them anymore. But I bought them.
I already want to eat them more because of that. So
they are a tortilla chip. They're Tostitos, I think. They are a hint of queso. I just downed a bag yesterday. I was like, I'll have
what
a handful.
Tostitos are.
Yeah, corn chips. But you don't have corn in the UK.
But I don't know if I can get them.
Tostitos. It's Tostitos. That's what it is. Thank you, Keeps. Keeps knows.
Yeah, I can get them. I can get them.
They're so good. Hint of
They're
guac
at Tesco,
is fine.
mate.
They're a what? Tostito.
Tesco is a grocery store, very famous.
I'm learning so many things.
Tesco are the ones that have the right to Tostitos. Tesco's owned by a big American company, I think. I think Asda is Walmart.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Walmart's probably everywhere. They're probably in Antarctica, I would assume. Places they have no business in.
I don't know. Tesco
Space.
is owned by. Never mind. Who knows? Some sort of terrifying sociopath who probably owns 3 banks as well.
All right, let's move on to Would You Rather. On that note, let's move on to I'm the king of segues, by the way. Would you rather? I'm
such a liability at 2 a.m. on a Friday, and I've had 1 hour sleep.
I love it. You have a list of 5 potential would you rather questions, Brad. 1 through 5, go.
4.
Number 4. Would you rather use a phone that had an extremely weak signal, or a phone that was extremely slow?
Well, I've just got a new phone for the first time in like 3 years, and my old phone was both extremely slow and it had no signal. Like I couldn't use it outside. It's called a mobile phone, and I could only use it indoors at home, and it was so annoying. It was horrific. I couldn't make calls.
Looking to recession.
Even in my house, the call button never worked, so I could not make any calls out. 50% of them would like crash the phone if incoming. It is horrible having no signal and then finding yourself, somewhere with no signal. You can't. It literally couldn't even like update Twitter. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
With it, it was useless. It was just a heavy brick outside of a Wi-Fi connection. Slow I can deal with because I very rarely in my life have had like the best anything. And I was brought up when we had like dial-up.
Yeah.
You remember dial-up, and you'd be sitting there waiting for Linkin Park _num.exe to download on.
Or you were over on Todd this might be a little bit my edgy American 90s-esque or early 2000s. You were on like toddmcfarlane.com or spawn.com waiting to like download a JPEG, and it took like 15 minutes, and it maybe did it all.
Dude, I remember waiting for an MP3 to download. But I would put it on download in the morning, and it would be finished around the time I got home from school. And I'd be like, yeah, man, my MP3 is ready. And I would do that all week. And at the end of the week, I would be able to burn a CD of all of the things that I'd been downloading.
And your computer would be dying of like cancer because of all of like the malware that came through.
Pure Bonsai Buddies reinstalled itself. So I'm a very impatient person, but first of all I need to learn to be more patient, and this would help me to train to be more patient if I had a slow phone. And also I've lived through slow technology, and I can handle it as much as I don't like it, but not having a connection on a mobile phone is so the worst thing ever that I'd rather have a connection and it be slow than whatever. So the connection, whatever the answer is, that means I get a phone with a connection.
I've already forgotten the question. I've refreshed the page. But yeah. Good answer.
That one.
I'm on that one too.
Is that too succinct of an answer? I feel like I went over it.
Nope. Perfect. I'm just gonna say that for all of it. Maybe for one, I'll throw out the no, that wasn't what we're looking for. Sorry. All right, chat 1 through 5, your turn, and then we're gonna move on to the forum.
It's just that I realize sometimes I go, wait a minute, no one in the world ever needs to know that much detail about a would you rather question from me. No one. Well,
we do. Number
10
3.
minutes later, I realize.
Wow, PB and Zelda said number 3.
This better be completely pumpkinberry oriented then.
Kinda.
Oh.
It's like adjacent, I will say.
Okay.
Would you rather remember everything you see or everything you hear? It's kind of because that's to do with memories. Kind of.
We're talking about just recall.
Yes.
This
one is tough.
I wouldn't want either. I don't think, honestly.
Just forget
as
everything.
long as it's just a thing where I can recall it. I think being able to recall everything I see would be more useful for me in the sense of like if you're playing a video game, you remember where you went. Yeah. And if if I needed to remember my like social security number, I can just immediately recall it or whatever. I guess I could do that with here as well. I could just say it once and I'd remember hearing myself say it.
Oh, that's a good hack.
So,
but you wouldn't be able to do that with like art necessarily. Like if you see like a painting, that like really you could describe it so you remember it, but then something
you wouldn't actually remember what it looked like.
Yeah, exactly.
Be able to remember everything I see or everything I hear.
I think it kind of boils down to visual art for me, anyways. Visual art or like auditory art, like music and stuff.
But this is what I was about to say. Music, you could just play an album in your head whenever you want.
Yeah.
You could just hit play. You'd have Spotify in your head.
Yeah.
That would be if I was just sat in a room, like you sat in an airport and your phone's run out of battery or you haven't got any music or whatever, and you just want to listen to something. You could just be like, okay, brain, play the Rolling Stones. It just starts playing, dude. with perfect accuracy.
But like, that's what we have phones for now, though.
Right. I guess so. Yeah. I guess I wouldn't.
I'm just gonna play devil's advocate to literally everything you say.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what
I'm doing
gonna
it
do.
to myself. This is impossible for me to answer.
I think.
I think C would be easier
Yeah.
to just like here. I'm finding myself having to make loopholes to do stuff that I can instantly do with C.
Yep. Yeah.
Here, I feel like would come. There would be specific points where you'd want to remember everything you hear. Like, I don't know, if you overhear an important argument or something, or you overhear something that you know, the Mexican cartel are meeting at 7:30 on Wednesday. I'd be like, oh my god, and I'd panic and I'd immediately forget it because the anxiety would purge my mind.
It saves you from being a liability against cartels.
Yeah, but if
Literally
you can
lifesaver.
see them, you'd be able to remember what they were doing and then read their lips.
Yeah, but if they're in the dark in a shady alley like they should be because they're doing their jobs correctly, then you're not going to do any
What
of
are
that.
you doing in a shady alley with these guys, Greg?
That is for the next time that if we can get you on Phone a Friend, we'll put a pin in that
Find
one.
out next time. Why was Greg
Cliffhangers.
in the alleyway with the Mexican cartel?
Not
I think I'll go
being
with
them.
I'll go with eyes. I'll go with remembering seeing stuff. I mean,
Yeah, I'm more of a visual kind of guy. I think remembering too. I think it's interesting that
the thing,
PB
yeah.
says here when every time that she talks about table stories, she says you have to watch it, never listen to it.
no, she's very, very audio everything.
yeah,
She
yeah,
loves all these. She like listens to like weird soundscapes, and she's all about MP3. She's got about 14 podcasts.
Yeah.
She's
Oh yeah.
She's the audio child. I'm like not. I feel like I don't know. I like both, but I feel like for me, if I was able to look at a menu and go, right, I remember that place had that. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just easier
Yeah.
to recall stuff, tax information and crap like that I would probably need that I can't ever remember when I need it. Sometimes I can't remember my own name, and I'm like, well, what was it? I don't remember anymore because of mold.
You don't
And
need
it
a
would be
name.
nice.
Name is just overrated.
What's in a name?
What's in a name exactly? My name.
Yeah, I'll go with C.
Yeah, I think it's more practical to have sight
Yeah, me too.
than yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on because we're overtime right now. Do you want to?
God.
Do you want a little extra, a couple minutes? Or
Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
going.
All
You
right.
get through whatever your thing is, but I'm never going to believe you when you say you have a schedule or an itinerary or whatever ever again.
it's you as well. You should not. I'm full of shit all the time.
You were very proud of it. That's why
That's very.
I remember
I
hearing
came in
you
here.
say
I
it.
have my little checklist and I have my little pen and I just go check, and then eventually I'm just like, who cares? Who cares? We're having conversation. Okay, so the first question from the forum ever is if you were a sandwich, what would it be?
If I were a sandwich,
Yep.
what would I be?
Yep.
What's like the most underwhelming sandwich
A grilled
that there
cheese made with a single slice of
Just
American craft
so
American.
basic, dude. Yeah, just like the most plain. Not grilled. Grilled is too nice. It would just be
Yeah.
like
Toasted.
bread. No,
Not
way
even
too-
toasted. I think that makes it worse because the bread's dry at that point.
Dry bread
Yeah.
with a single slice of day-old left-out cheese.
Yes.
And yeah, it's got to leave a bit of a weird aftertaste where some people would go, I actually don't mind that for some reason. And it's a very small niche amount of people, and everyone else goes, awful, I'm not even going near it.
But so here's the big question. Does it get like a little better with every bite, or does it get worse on the second bite and then the third bite it gets better again?
Slowly but surely, depending on how starved you are, you will return to it.
Perfect. Brilliant. Okay. Favorite artist, any medium.
Favorite artist, any medium, Pumpkinberry Table Story.
There you go. Everyone, I think everyone here probably follows Pumpkinberry anyways. But if you do not, you need to follow Close Personal Friend at the Stream Pumpkinberry. That's her full title here. That's what I forgot to tell you that. We have to refer to her as her full title, Close Personal Friend at the Stream Pumpkinberry. Otherwise, I get canceled. And I can't get canceled again.
Yeah, she is both of our bosses. She owns both of our channels and Table Story.
It's true. It's true. I literally have to text her for the 2-factor authentication just to get into my own stream. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Right now.
Wait, do you have the 50-50 contract with her or the 60-40?
There's a 50-50 contract?
No, I was just curious. I heard about it.
64.
No. Sorry, what was the next question? We're over time.
Money. Okay. This one comes from Keeps. And this one is geared specifically towards you.
I'm horrified. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just calling her out right now for no reason. Favorite tabletop role-playing game show that you were not involved in?
Favorite tabletop role-playing game show that I was not a part of. From Table Story or from anywhere?
It doesn't specify. There's no specification. Let's, whatever your answer is for.
I can answer it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I thought that I was being made to pick a Table Story one, but I'm going to skirt around and give you the political answer, which is Koibu's Age of Strife.
Which was
a show. Yeah, that was, I want to say it was 2015, 2016, and it was the first D&D Twitch show that I watched from start to finish.
Wow.
Yeah, man, I loved it. If it wasn't for that show, I probably wouldn't be GMing, or at least if I had gotten into it, it wouldn't have been when I did.
Yeah. I feel like my first is a lot of, it wasn't a Twitch one, but it was podcast form, Adventure Zone. That was the first one that I ever heard. And I was like, this is a thing people do?
Sorry, was Zelda Quinn asking you or me?
Well, I want to answer too, Brad.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just being a dick. I'm just being a dick. I'm just being
how little?
Could you imagine people, like, I would love to see someone do that to, like, Stern, or
I'm sorry. Are you the guest or am I the guest? I'm sorry.
Why are you answering my questions? Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Adventure Zone, but I have seen it and it's very fun.
Yeah, it's
very cool.
It was a blizzard.
Well
I was just like stuck out there for 4 or 5 hours, so I just put it on, and it got me into this whole different kind of like mindset. And I tried at one point to do like a podcast that was D&D, but I've never played proper D&D before. And all my friends were like, fine, then you're going to be the DM. And I was like, this is not going to go well.
Yes.
It did not go well.
You become a DM.
It did not go well. I'll tell you that. Okay, next one. Favorite sci-fi movie?
Oh.
This one's
TV
tough.
show I can TV show I can answer. Yeah, my immediate answer, the first thing that came to my brain was Sphere, of which I both loved the movie and the book. But I just remember, like, when I was a kid, I watched Sphere and was just freaking out, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know why. When did it come out?
That
Sphere.
Cap would know because he just did a podcast.
That was 1998, dude.
98. Yep.
Yeah, man. I don't know if it's any good to if I were to watch it now. But I just remember really fucking loving it, dude. I really just was like blown away. I read the book afterwards, and I must have seen this like when it came out, because I don't think I really gave a fuck about movies. Oh, sorry, I don't think I gave a about movies.
Thank you. PB almost canceled me again. Thank you. I appreciate
it. And it wasn't until a few years later on that I kind of got a little more into like movies and TV and production and things.
Yeah.
But I just remember being freaked out by it, and the whole thing made me lose my mind. With the revelations. I mean, it's not really a spoiler to ruin it, but I'm not going to, just in case, because the book is still really good.
That was one of those movies where I saw it and then I went to read the book, and I'm not like a large reader, we'll put it that way, but sometimes there's a movie and if I'm like, the book has to be better, because 99% of the time someone will say the book is better.
Especially Crichton.
Yeah.
There's no way a movie in 1998 can adapt a Crichton movie correctly. 1993 with Jurassic Park, maybe, but 1998, no.
So that was one of those ones where I went through, and for some reason it helps me if there's a movie cast already for a book so that I could just picture those actors. I don't know why that helps.
Yeah,
me
that
so
was
much.
one of the weird things for me reading the book
Yeah.
later on, knowing I'm like, oh, that's what's her name? Sharon Stone. or
Sharon
whatever her
Stone.
name
That's
is. Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
That's Samuel L. Jackson.
Sam Jackson.
This is a character that's not even in the movie. Well, now I have to stop reading because I can't picture him because I have no imagination.
Yeah. Here's another movie that did that was my favorite thing ever, just straight up sci-fi, dude, and I can't deny it, is Time Cop. I'm kidding. But it probably came out at the same time. Terminator 2 changed my life.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Just changed my life. But it seems so obvious. Like, everyone loves it.
Yeah, well,
For obvious reasons, and everything about it is just so insane. The fact that they flew that helicopter under the bridge, I only just found out like a year ago. I didn't realize that they actually got a Vietnam pilot in a helicopter and flew him under the bridge and filmed it, and they were like, you get one shot at this, and he did it.
of course
That is
he did.
awesome.
Of course he did. He's a Vietnam vet right there. That's when men were men.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was yeah. And then third place obviously would be Time Cop.
Time Cop, of course.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. Where does the one stand in all that? Jet Li's the one.
Oh, Jet Li's the one.
Yeah. There can only be one.
Yeah, I was told, like, was it you who told me that recently, like, don't watch it again? But as a kid, man, that was like the best thing ever. Because as well, I'll tell you what that appealed to. That appealed to the weird teenage side of me that would do anything to travel to alternate realities and defeat other versions of myself and grow stronger.
Yep.
I'm convinced I would be Prime Brad at the end of it. I would be Kang.
You think that, but then when you're the first Brad to die, and you're looking at yourself, and you're like, "Please don't be the first one."
I'd get through it and be like, "I know what you've been through. Kill me."
It's it's like one of those things where it's like you watch like The Walking Dead, and you're like, "I'm totally Rick. I'm gonna survive this. I got this. No big deal." Or I'm like Negan. I got that. I'm gonna own it all. And then you're really Sam Witwer, who was the
dude. You're not Sam Witwer. You're NPC number 3 in the background of episode 2.
But that was kind of Sam Witwer. I guess you could.
I guess it was, yeah.
Because like he never. I don't know if
painfully underused in everything. By the way, I've ever seen.
That was everything he's in that I've seen. I've loved him in, but then I'm just like, give me more.
Except maybe Smallville, and I loved Smallville.
But even in Smallville, like he did a good job, but it was just
he did a good job.
arc.
You know what? Yeah, I take back what I said.
Yeah. Did you watch him in Supergirl?
The new one?
Yeah. The show's terrible, but him specifically was amazing. He almost redeemed
I think I watched
the
the
series.
First 2 seasons of it, but I don't. But I lost it somewhere, and I don't know when he came in. I don't remember him being in it, so I guess not.
He there's gonna be spoilers for Supergirl, by the way, and then we're gonna ask you last question. Then I'm kicking you out. He plays a professor who's very well educated and very open and accepting, and becomes a xenophobe like that as soon as his dad dies in a horrible circumstance. It's like such a cool character. Like as much of a character.
He's wicked at that as well. I bet he's so good at doing the thing where he goes from being like very friendly looking and very just like kind of a pretty boy on screen to villain.
Oh yeah,
he can do that change. It's those eyebrows, I think. But dude, he can do an evil face when he wants to do an evil face. And he can do an evil Kenobi.
Oh my god, that's why that's my alert right there. I keep on trying. Like this is my little secret I'm sharing with everyone on the internet. Where like sometimes like I'll just be alone and I'll say Kenobi, and I'll just try to get better and better.
Oh yeah, I can't do it at all. But that one where he goes fucking crazy.
Yes.
I mean, sorry, fucking crazy is so good.
Yes,
I love it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway.
By the way, after that, real quick,
fans, yeah.
have you watched the new Superman show on the CW?
No.
It's good.
It is?
I say this being a lifelong Superman fan and not liking Man of Steel all that much because that's not Superman. That's just a moody guy with powers. And
I like Man of Steel, and that's
really
how much of a Superman fan I am. I'm just like, yeah,
really.
But
like it's classic like good Clark from like the animated series is what it most reminisces me or is most reminiscent of me for. Like it's just really cool. It's very like I've only watched 3 or 4 episodes. I just haven't had time to watch the other ones, but it's like I was impressed, and I think the CW stuff is generally trashed here. It's just like good, wholesome, like classic, kind of like better, like a good version of Smallville vibes, but also like the classic Superman vibes. It's very interesting. But
I accept. But the thing is, I just lost track of all the CW shows.
yeah, there's a lot.
And
they're
just
not good.
like, I'm happy to just, I'm enough of a comic fan that I'll get through
Yeah.
stuff, but there's so much of it that I just didn't have the time to keep up at one point. And if it didn't do the crossover stuff so much, I wouldn't care. But the kind of part of my brain that won't allow me to not watch things in the correct order destroyed me. So if you're not keeping up with it weekly, it's kind of impossible to keep up with. And then I saw a few bits. I saw some of the crossover stuff. I saw that they went to Smallville and stuff.
Yep.
And
That was
I
cool.
don't know what.
That was cool, by the way.
I
Yes.
don't know what is going on with all of it. But I basically just lost track of it and got scared.
You don't have to watch any of the stuff for the new Superman series because they essentially rebooted everything anyways, kind of like a soft reboot.
Right.
So like, and it's kind of standalone anyways. So
That's the guy who does the voice of Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII Remake. You don't play Final Fantasy games.
I do play Final Fantasy games.
You do?
You know, I don't
wasn't
play them
there.
on stream because I don't want anyone to come in
Right.
and say, Sephiroth kills the.
Oh my god!
And I'm just like, I know.
anyone who likes Final Fantasy games, including me, but the worst. Yeah, it's him. He's the guy, right? I can't remember his name.
Tyler. I can never say Coughlin. I never say that. Not gonna work here anymore. I'll tell you that much.
No idea what
yeah.
his name is.
Yeah. But I didn't know that was him. I didn't look at the.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, like I'm usually obsessed with voice actors. I didn't look at the voice actors for 7 remake. I don't know why.
Well, they got a bunch of new people in for all of them, so
They were all at PAX East 2 years ago, and I looked at them. I was like, I don't know you. Who? Like, not even like me.
Yeah. I think they literally just got a bunch of new guys because they were like, we own you and we're going to need you for 1 billion projects.
For 1 billion projects, so that's going to take place over 45 years, and it's just.
And we need
Final
all of
Fantasy
you
VII.
to just only be doing this work,
Just
so
this.
we can't hire, all the guys that were doing all the other voices because they're
man.
busy. We made them famous.
Yes. All right. Last one, because I'm keeping you away.
Oh my God! Yes, we are still live on air.
Favorite candy from Keeps again.
Favorite candy.
Yes.
Now, candy is American, and I'm gonna probably annoy some people, but one thing that I can't get in England, I can get them, but they don't taste right unless I'm actually in America, is Tootsie Rolls.
Really? You can't get those in England? That's
You
wild.
can, but they suck. They don't taste right. Don't care what
Well,
you
yeah,
say.
like, I mean,
Everyone's gonna be like, meh.
Like you can't
And then
get like
also,
proper ones.
there's like a thing where people like kind of love-hate Tootsie Rolls, I guess, in America. It's like, I love them, dude. I love them so much, and I can never get them unless I'm in America. And when I'm in America, I buy one of those like giant bags of them, and it goes everywhere with me, and I just eat them the whole time I'm in the States, and then I come home and I'm
And
depressed
your
about it.
teeth are just made of Tootsie Rolls by the end of it.
Dude, they are anyway. I'm British. Yeah. So candy, which is the American word for sweets, would be Tootsie Rolls.
Okay. All right. Do you prefer like chocolates or gummies or like fake
I'm
chocolate?
a gummy kid.
Gummy kid.
I'm like all about that kind of stuff. But mostly there's chocolate in my household because my girlfriend is a chocolate creature.
Yeah.
Sounds like something from Willy Wonka, but it is in fact my wife. Okay. So, and she's very tasty.
Nice.
Come on, Bobby.
That is all of the questions that I have, and it is now 4:30 in the morning your time.
2:23
The sun
in the
is
morning.
coming up.
It's only 2:30. It's fine.
It's
I would
fine.
have been awake either way.
All right. Well, Brad, I appreciate you taking the time to come and talk to us and hang out and answer all these dumb questions and talking about sliders with me, which I don't get to talk to anyone about ever. Ever.
Really? PB likes sliders as well, I think.
Yeah, but PB doesn't
PB's a
talk
sliders
to me.
fan.
PB says she
No, you're
does,
right.
but
PB, yeah, I know. She's just all...
she gets annoyed when I
It's all
say,
like
"Hey,
a-
can I stream now, please? I want to stream." And she goes,
Yeah,
"Oh."
it's all like a facade.
Yeah.
She won't speak to anyone unless she's climbing up some sort of social ladder.
Yeah.
But yeah, you ended the stream, right?
Yeah, it's over. That's it. That's it. You
Okay, good.
definitely
Yeah,
didn't
just
hear
checking.
any of that. No one else did.
No,
No one
all
else
right.
did. All right, Brad,
Good.
I'm going to hang up on you now. Goodbye. Thank you so much again. Bye.
Bye.
BradWOTO, everyone. BradWOTO. Thank you so much for coming on. That is my very graceful ending, and you are going to enjoy this very graceful ending card as soon as I... No, not that one! That's for later. That's for later, everyone. Everyone, if you are not... You're probably all here from Brad, but...
If you are not already following Brad,